Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Beep, beep, beep. All right, Clarey, how much for a double test on politicians Jim Inhofe and Duncan D. Hunter? I wonder how this is going to go. Name your price. Thank you. All right, well, let's look them up. I know I pronounced that guy's name. Jim Inhofe. Haven't paid attention to politics in so long. Because there's nothing to pay attention to, guys. Jim or James? Jim Inhofe, also James. There we go. It's like an old dude. Born 1934. Oh, guys, retire. How old is he? 80-something? Been in office since I was in college. Oh, James Mountain Inhofe is an American politician serving as senior United States Senator from Oklahoma. The seat he was first elected to in 1994. Member of the Republican Party, blah, blah, blah. Served as mayor from 1978. This guy's been in politics as long as I've been alive. Inhofe is best known for his rejection of the scientific consensus on climate change. He supports a constitutional amendment to ban same-sex marriage and has proposed the Inhofe Amendment to make English the national language of the United States. Well, was that 2 out of 3? Ain't bad. Served as acting chairman, blah, 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 blah. Born in Des Moines, Iowa. Family moved to Tulsa. Member of S. Served in the United States Army from 57 to 58. Received a BA in economics. 1973. So he worked maybe 3 years in the real world. And say, I got to give him the real world working experience because he was in the Army for a year. Graduated in 1959. He did not finish his coursework until 1973. So basically he said he had a degree in 1959 but was short of his credits. And then it wasn't until almost, 15 years later. Inhofe worked as a businessman for 30 years, becoming a full-time politician. He worked in aviation as a real estate developer and insurance, eventually becoming president of Quaker Life Insurance Company. During the time he worked for Quaker Life, the company went into receivership, was liquidated. Dude, I don't trust this guy. I just don't. Like, if he was a mechanic, it was in the military for 10 years, or he did something. He was an accountant. No, this guy, he worked in aviation. What does that mean? What do you mean? They always say, oh, I'm a businessman. You know, like when you see that, well, I've worked in business. You look up the gal's resume, and she's like, sells trinkets online. That's her business. A real estate developer, those guys were scum when I was in college. And in insurance. What, an insurance salesman? President of Quaker Life Insurance Company. There's something that stinks about this guy. Like, he'll probably score all right on the Clarey test, but I just don't trust him. Okay, he does have real-world working experience with the Army and working in the private sector like that, even if it was kind of the sleazy side of the private sector. I'm going to give that to him. Did he come from money? He didn't major in stupid stuff because he's so old. This test won't work on him anymore. He has private sector experience. What's he doing now? He's a career politician, so he's got a point against him there. The only thing is, did he come from money? Let's go to personal life. Got some award. James Inhofe, parents. Did I miss something? Let's take a look here. Genealogy. Must include parents. I didn't type in parents for it not to be in there. Let's do James Inhofe bio. Go right to his website. I'm sure that'll be a reliable addition. Senior member throughout his time. Battle, small business, pilot. Served as a house. Childhood. There's no way to tell. Because he could come from poverty, but... Terry Dyson Inhofe. Let's just look up his father. Here's one. Obituary. Oh, the second. Oh, this might have been his son. Excuse. Yeah, son died in plane crash. That was. I don't know, dude. James Inhofe. Childhood. Mayor of Tulsa. Okay, we're going to swing for the fences unless somebody else knows. I'm going to say he did come from money because he already started running for mayor of Tulsa. And he went to college, so he was not starving. And that's like a rich pampered dude bro move where it's like, yeah, I graduated, and then you don't finish your college degree until 15 years later. And then he's like always wheeling and dealing. It doesn't sound like he came from a plumber. It sounds like his dad was in banking or something else on that slimy side of the private sector. So he has real world working experience. He did not major in stupid stuff, but I want to bet he came from wealth. And the guy has done it. What's he doing now? He's still in office. So he gets a score of 2. Would I like to talk to him? Not really. No. Should he run for office? Maybe in the olden days if I knew a little bit more, sure, but not now. He needs to retire. Perfect example for term limits. Get the hell out. So there you go. All right, now the next guy. Duncan D. Hunter. Done. Pressing the D. Duncan D. Hunter. He's just an young and coming guy. Look at him. He's swell. Born 76, American politician, serving as U.S. representative from California since 2009, member of the Republican Party, represents California's 50th congressional district, 57th, northern and inland San Diego County, including El Cajon, Escondido, San Marcos, Santee, and Temecula. Served in the Marines from 2001 to 2005. Holds a seat represented by his father. Oh, God. Man, these are curveballs you're throwing at me. Justice began a criminal investigation of Hunter for alleged campaign finance violations. Hunter and wife were indicted on charges of including conspiracy, wire fraud, and violating campaign finance laws. All right. Earned a degree in information systems. Good college degree. Started web design. Real world work experience. He was also in the Marines. Worked as an information technology business analyst. Commissioned second lieutenant. Went on second tour in Fallujah, Iraq. He did a lot. He didn't just go over there and push some papers around. And then he came back. Duncan Lee Hunter, his father, announced as part of his presidential bid he would not seek re-election to the House of Representatives, retiring from Congress after 14 terms. Well, I'm going to give it to my son. This is why I can understand poor people don't trust Republicans. This is the exact shit that they don't like, is this nepotism. Okay. He came from wealth. Has real-world working experience. Did a major in stupid stuff. And what's he doing now? 2008. He's been in office over 10 years. Not a career politician yet, but he's getting there. God, I kind of want to offer him half a point for that. Came from wealth. I'm giving him half a point for getting a little bit up there in age, and he ran for office so damn young. Yeah, 1.5. Would I like to have a beer with him? I'd flip a coin, honestly, because it's cool he served in the military, was over in Iraq. I like the fact it's IT. He's a younger guy. Aaron is that age bias, it is, but I'm just sick and tired of the old guys like Inhofe. But then you got these criminal accusations, and he came right from Nepotist Central, so it's just kind of like, ugh. Should he run for office? No, I don't think he should. Not with this. If it was cleared of all these charges, okay, fine. But the main reason no is because his dad. It's like, no, don't. What are you, the fucking Kennedys? Knock it off. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. So there you go. That was a hard one. That was a difficult one. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Links to all the cool shit I do below, including we launched a new podcast, a new episode of the Clarey podcast. Links are down in the RSS feeds and all that. And then don't forget the Older Brother podcast as well. We'll see you all later. Toodles.